An ocularist is half mad scientist, half artist. You have to want to do it. You have to want to be an ocularist. It's tedious. It can be very challenging and frustrating many times.
Rick Bowen is a second-generation ocularist.
I entered into an apprenticeship under my dad. It took me about 8 years to go through it once I finally settled down and got serious with it. I went through the education sequence through the American Society of Ocularists. I see people in my office who have lost their eye completely, as well as people who still have an eye that may be blind or unsightly that needs covering.
Samantha J. wears a prosthetic over her damaged eye.
When I was about 8 or 9 years old, it was a freak accident. A screwdriver went down, bounced off the ground, and it came up and hit me in my eye and it detached it. I got a prosthetic eye when I was 18. I came here today to get a new eye made. It was not moving great, the color was off, it was time. Over time, they degenerate.
Hello, Sammy, how you doing? The last one I made for her was about 5 years ago. I had done several adjustments and reconditionings to it, and her eye socket had just changed to the point where she needed a new one. Right. Let me go wash my hands so we can get started, okay? The first step in making a prosthesis for someone is to take an impression. Sammy, look down. It's going to be a little bit chilly, a little pressure. That's not me pushing. It's just the liquid filling in.
The impression material is alginate, the calcified remains of algae. And once it reaches body temperature, it hardens within a minute.
There we go. And there's an impression of the eye socket. The impression leads to a fitting model, which is what the measurements are taken from. And that fitting model is reverse molded into a stone casting. Once that stone casting hardens, that's when you can start making the prosthesis. The eye is actually made out of what would be popularly known as dental acrylic. It's polymethyl methacrylate. We use a white tinted version of it for the scleral base.
The stone casting is packed with the acrylic, put into a press, then cured in a steamer.
Okay, this is Sammy's fully cured eye. This is the white scleral base with the iris button embedded.
Next, Bowen paints the prosthetic eye to match Samantha's good one. He must carefully color not only the iris, but the sclera, the white of the eye.
No eyes are the same. Every single one is different. I've never painted the same eye twice. You got to make sure you have good lighting conditions and have the right colors, have the right materials. There's art to it. You got to have an eye for it. I'm taking and shredding some fibers of this needlepoint yarn, and I'm going to use those for the blood vessels. Now I'm going to apply a little monopoly syrup to the surface of the sclera. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some on here, and we have instant blood vessels. How about that, huh? Okay, yeah, it's looking great. Wow, look at that.
Looks really good.
We pack plastic in here and put that on there.
Once painted, the eye is ready for final curing. The last step, polishing.
This is the final buff. It needs to be as shiny as you can get it. Well, that's it. Okay, it's all finished. Here it is.
Oh, it looks great.
Let's put it in and see what we got, okay? And there we go. How's it feel?
It feels good.
I've been working with Samantha since she was a teenager. We've been through a lot together. She had a hard time with the eye when she was growing up. Her uncle brought her to see me, and it just changed her whole life.
Built my self-esteem, my confidence. I'm able to, have eye contact with people rather than looking away. It's built my confidence up, and it's made a huge improvement on my life. Thank you so much.
Glad I could help you. It's extremely gratifying work. I like how I make such a positive impact on people's lives.
Watch full episodes of SciTech Central Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. on WUCF TV.